What's the customer's state when they walk on the lot? Are they happy to say, look, a car salesman, let's give some bitch a hug?
No.
That ain't it, is it? What's their, are they a little defensive?
Yes.
Maybe even scared, apprehensive, worried. Think about that. This should be one of the best times they ever have. If I spend $100, I want to have a good time. If I'm going to spend $50,000, I want to have a really good time.
Right.
But do most people expect to have a good time when they're buying a car or a truck, new or used?
No.
But when they do have a good time, what happens?
They were happy.
And what happens? They buy a car. They buy a truck. They buy a new one. They buy a used one. When they have a good time. You know, I was on an airplane. I'm on an airplane all the time. This was several weeks ago. I'm going to Austin. I'm sitting down. Lady sits down next to me. Rarely do I converse with people on airplanes because I'm usually working. But this lady is pretty cute. And she was talkative. So she ends up asking me what I do for a living. Normally, when I tell someone what I do for a living, they get up and change seats, okay? Well, this lady goes, oh my God, you teach people how to sell cars. Well, you got some work to do in Atlanta. I said, oh boy, I know it's coming. She said, I tried to buy a Mercedes-Benz, I tried to buy a Volvo, and here were the words that stuck with me. She said, you know, I have a job. At my job, I work. When I'm buying a car, I don't want to have to work. I want to enjoy the process. And you know what? Isn't that the damn truth? So, you know, think about that. You know, do we need to follow our process? Absolutely we do. But can we help the customer have a good time?
Yes.
And the answer is yes. And you know, how long have you been doing this?
Almost 7 years.
7 years. A year. How long?
A few days.
Few days, okay. All right, Crystal, if I were to meet you outside of this room, let's say at a party or at a football game or at church or wherever, and I said, hey, Crystal, what do you do for a living? What would you tell me?
I sell cars.
You would say, I sell cars. I never, ever, 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 ever want you to say that again. Because you don't. Look, what do people think about car salespeople? What's our reputation? Okay, it's a bullshit reputation. Most salespeople I meet are more honest than most customers I know. Okay, so it's bullshit, but it is what it is. We've got to live with it. Now, couple that with the fact that most people, well, do people like to be sold?
Yeah.
No, most of them don't like to be sold. But what do they love to do?
Enjoy the experience.
Okay, but
Bye.
buy. They love to buy. Here's what I want you to tell people from now on. Because, let me ask you a question. Don't we really help people buy cars?
Yeah.
Isn't that what we do?
Yeah.
We can't make anybody do anything. We help them buy cars. I know salespeople who do a meet and greet that sounds something like this. Welcome to ALN, my name is Steve, and you are?
Gabriel.
Gabriel. Here to see anybody in particular? Gabriel, I got a couple cool things to tell you about. Number one, we're Motor Trend certified stores. We got price guarantees. We got exchange policies. This will be the most riskless purchase of your entire life. But number two, and more importantly, I don't sell cars anymore. I know I look like a car salesman, but I quit doing that several years ago, and here's why. I discovered that when I started helping my customers buy cars, because you've done some research, right? You know, you probably have a good idea of what you want, correct? When I discovered that most people knew what they were doing, and I started helping them buy as opposed to selling them, the whole process went smoother and faster, and we both had more fun. If you can find the right one today, Gabriel, could I help you buy it? What might that do to a customer?
Make them feel real good.
What might that do to a customer?
Lord the guard.
Yeah, they might go, where am I, Walmart? You know, this doesn't feel like a car dealership. And the less we feel like the stereotypical customer's vision of a car dealership, the better off we are. All right, you guys need a break?